following video that you're about to absorb through your eye and ear holes contains the finest of spoilers for the episodes of the show that are in the title. Duh. It also contains jokes of questionable maturity and foul language, like meanie face, and idiot jerkhead, and cocksocket. If this in any way offends or bothers you, then you just go somewhere else, I guess. I mean, like, the internet is a big place. Why would you sit here and just complain about it when you could instead go watch other things and just complain about those things to those people? Point is, I hope you enjoy the video. Lemons. That is all. Legends tell of review cap weeks in the making. Or like a few days. Shut up, don't judge me. A review cap so very amazing and totally radical and stuff and things that the creator couldn't accurately describe its awesomeness in the intro, and instead decided to write about how bad he was at coming up with an accurate description of its awesomeness in the intro. This review cap would be not only funny, like so many before it kind of sort of not really were, it would be epic, because it covered not one, not three, but 2 episodes of RWBY. Because, well, they kind of sort of like fit together as like a good package deal kind of thing. And this like whole being behind like by a quarter of a season the entire time is kind of beginning to piss me off. I mean, like, come on, man. How are we supposed to get all them views if we're late to the party? Ladies and gentle ladies, please sit down, strap on and or in, whichever tickles your fancy, and or privates, and enjoy the show. Oh, and well, like, hit it! Hey, hi-ho, and howdy, huntsmen and huntresses. Well, here we are again, with the RWBY review cap of Chapter 6 and 7 of Volume 4 of RWBY, Tipping Point and Punished. As stated previously, we are indeed taking care of both these episodes at once because they do very much feel like a part 1 and 2. Oh, and they're like totally fucking radical, but like, that's really more of an icing on the cake sort of deal, rather than like a legitimate reason to mash them together like they were potatoes at Thanksgiving dinner. So let's get right into the review cap, shall we? I just made this joke last time. Shit! We've got a bit to go over in a short amount of time. I'm just kidding. It's my video. I can make it however the fuck long I want. I can just put a minute-long chunk of... if I wanted to, but I don't because that's too much effort. Point is, we're starting now. We open episode 6 to see the squaw continuing to follow the yellow and or gray brick road to Haven Academy. Nora is being adorable. Ren is being chatty as ever. Jean is reading the incredibly important map that shows you how to get to the important place that you need to go, and it would be extremely bad if you lost it somehow for any reason. No, I'm not salty, thank you for asking. And of course, RWBY is being, well, RWBY.
Haven is a lot farther away than I thought.
How long did you think this journey was going to take?
Maybe like, 2 weeks?
RWBY, girl, I love you. You know I do, but damn if you don't break my heart every time you attempt to think. I'm not gonna lie, when Oz and Salem were talking about a simple soul, I really didn't think that this is what they meant by simple. As the gang finishes questioning RWBY's leadership skills, they notice that in front of them stands another village. Though this time things are a bit different. The village in question isn't found on the map at all. Upon closer inspection, the gang sees what looks to be damaged buildings, prompting them to rush in to help the possibly wounded.
We should search for survivors.
Nope, Shannon, calm down. I'm sure this won't come back to bite them in the ass. I mean, they were able to get to another village and get a replacement map before. I'm sure nothing horrible will happen before they have the chance to get another one. Definitely. Maybe. They're fucked. Our heroes rush into the walls of the village only to find seemingly nobody around. Not only that, but it looks as if no one has been around for quite a long time. And not only that, but the gang quickly realizes not only was this place not inhabited, it wasn't even finished being built. Nora, after using her semblance to hop, bop, and pop all over the gaff, comes across a sign reading Onigiri. And/or it's the name of the village. Not everything is your personal spank bank, Claire. Jean, Nora, and Ruby all declare that they've never heard of such a thing. While for honestly, maybe the first time in the entire series, we get to hear a little backstory straight from Ren himself. He begins to talk about how Oniyuri was a village something along the lines of Mountain Glen. Many of the wealthiest citizens of Mistral found themselves disagreeing with the way the council was running the kingdoms. So, as most people with Muns tend to do, they said fuck that noise and decided to build their own city, with blackjack and hookers. Two of the citizens in question who decided to create Oniyuri were Ren's parents. Which, if we know anything about Ren and Nora, well...
Then it's just a few more years of walking around school with everyone knowing we're failures. Our friends will slowly abandon us to preserve their social status. We won't be able to show our faces in class. No one will sit with us in the cafeteria. Ren and I have no parents, so we have no home left to go to.
Oh man, Grim can suck a dick. Always fucking everything up for everybody. Those hordes of...
Not just anyone.
Wait, what? One?
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 One.
One?
One.
Three.
One?
One.
Yeah. But in all seriousness, I'm really glad we're finally getting to know a little bit more about Ren and hopefully Nora this volume. Ren has always been an awesome character, and getting to see more about why that character is the way they are is always awesome. Him getting a little extra love is always appreciated, especially since Ren, in a weird way, is kind of why I'm here making this review cap at all. It's a long story that I can probably go into at another time, but for now, let's just say I owe my voice to Ren and Monty. After finding out about the brief history of Oniyuri and the sadly equally brief history of Ren's parents, the gang starts preparing to continue their journey. Oh, what is this? I sense a song coming on. But what kind of song is this? What is it for? What does it mean? Where is it coming from? Oh. Well, that would answer that question, wouldn't it? Yes, as you can see, some time has passed back in Atlas, and we now have front row seats to the charity concert Dickless has put on. Say what you will about Jacques, but the man knows how to make some pretty badass kids. Well, two of them at least. Look at him.
I'll have you know, I didn't stop growing while you were away at Beacon.
Stop growing while you're away at Beacon. Stop growing while you're away at Beacon.
Ew. After Weiss finishes up lip-syncing to Casey Lee Williams songs, but like seriously though, I love Casey's voice, so I'm not really complaining. It is a little jarring, but like, it's cool. It would be nice to hear Kara sing someday. I bet she's got a nice singing voice. Who knows though, I have a pretty okay voice for the most part, but listening to me attempt to sing is like listening to an emu who just ran headfirst into a frying pan like Steve-O runs headfirst into Mike Tyson's fist bellows its mating call. Damn, it was a quest to make it through that pointless detour. Anyway, after the concert, everyone enters a large ballroom to schmooze like they've never schmoozed before. Rich, fancy fucks everywhere, and not a brain or heart between them. It's here that we see Weiss on an escort mission with her father, as he chats it up with some patrons.
Atlas, Mantle, you can't deny the economic disparity between the two.
Is that motherfucking Luke Valentine from Hellsing Ultimate Abridged?
Well, I think the bigger issue here is our society as a whole.
This motherfucking Luke Valentine from Hellsing Ultimate Abridged.
Well, you can choose your friends, but you can't choose your family.
Ain't that the truth, Luke? Speaking of which, Weiss, after a moment of arguing, managed to escape her dumpster fire of a father and the boring conversation that comes with him. She makes her way to an honestly beautiful painting of Beacon, when suddenly...
It's beautiful. You two match.
Discount Neptune. It doesn't take long for this fool, who we quickly learn is named Henry Marigold, though admittedly I don't think we'll be hearing that name again anytime soon, goes about making yellow snow left and right by pissing off the Ice Queen.
Get out.
Turns out, being a self-centered douche interested in nothing but the quest for puss and booze while openly ignoring the plight of dead people and their families isn't a great way to get the bitches. Henry quickly gets ejected from Weiss's life just as fast as he entered it. Weiss then returns to the painting and the placard in front of it, beginning to zone out until, well...
But really, does it come as any surprise what happened to Vale? It was a long time coming, if you ask me.
Drunk bitch, what did I just say about Henry? Just because you replaced the word puss with cock does not change your level of shitbaggatry. At least, if you kept that a puss, you could convince people you were talking about kittens.
Shut up!
Well, now you've gone and done it. Tell him how it is, Weiss.
You're all just standing around talking about nothing. Worrying about your hair, your money, your stupid problems that don't mean anything.
As Weiss's verbal smackdown continues to reach its climax, Jacques steps in and tries to get his daughter under control. Right. Boy, you do realize that Weiss is arguably the most overpowered, broken-ass member of Team RWBY, right? She can manipulate gravity, free shit, light shit aflame, bounce around like a fucking pinball machine. She can... Yeah, that! As you might notice, Weiss has gotten significantly better at her summoning since she returned home. Also, this might not be the case, but I consider it a nice touch if it is. I, as well as many others, are under the assumption that the Borpatusk that we see Weiss summon is actually the one she killed all the way back in Volume 1 in Port's class. It could really be any of the assloads she's dealt with, but I like to think it was that one. Especially considering Winter describes the summoning as bringing back the fallen foes that forced the Schnee in question to grow into who they are now. Again, just a nice touch if that's what they were going for. Back to the Drunk Bitch Wrestling 2016 Grim Edition.
I'm sorry, just leave me alone!
Aw, Jimmy, I was watching that. Like, I know he had to do it, but come on. Did you see all that good shit she was talking a second ago? The switch from I'm a bad bitch to I'm a little bitch was spectacular. To this point, Trophy Griff returns to talking the maddest of shit, demanding that her snow angel be thrown in jail. To which Best Not So Dad replies,
"She's the only one making sense around here."
Damn straight. Once again, Ironwood swoops in to remind us that even at his most dickish, he was always a good guy. He just didn't know how to show it sometimes. Good guy, James. As Ironwood finishes his mic drop moment and exits stage left, or right, I honestly can't remember, I haven't been on stage since high school, Jacques gives his daughter one last look of, oh, you just fucked all the way up. And with that, we once again transition back to Rangers. They're making their way out of Oniyuri, almost assuredly forgetting to go back and pick the map up. Like seriously, I will bet you $10 right now. They definitely did not do it. Come on, I am looking to make some easy money here. Help a third cousin twice removed out. The gang starts walking up before quickly being stopped once again by Ren and the Inception Boam as... Oh shit, it's about to go down, isn't it? It is in the process of entering the vicinity of a downwards direction. My son! Without a word of warning, unless you count as a word, Tyrion proceeds to beat the absolute shit out of Team Ranger. Quickly getting Ren out of the way with a swift kick, he pushes in to go after RWBY, getting at least a few good hits in, the last one of which seems a little noteworthy, the one right across her chest. A moment of Shannon is forgetful here. The first time I saw this shot, I actually had to stop and rewatch it like 10 times because I forgot that aura was a thing and thought that Tyrion had literally just slashed RWBY right in the tit. I'm not proud of it, but it's what I thought. And now he's on Jon's shield. My man, you've got to calm down. It is not that serious. Yeah, like I said, not that serious. Good job. And it's here where I'd like very quickly to point out that I absolutely adore Tyrion's fighting style. I love people who fight with their feet and move really, really fast. And Tyrion fits that description perfectly. Though he does fight using his weapons, which are on his hands. Speaking of which, I fucking love his weapons. Honestly, they might be my new favorites alongside Jingu Bang and Ryu Bang, or RWBY, whatever the hell, and Empress Celica. And yes, I know that's 3, but shut up. Back to the fight. After riding Jon's shield, Nora swoops in to really accomplish nothing except for adding to Tyrion's what the fuck factor. Why would you do that? That just seems highly impractical. It's here that Tyrion takes a break from being a dancing monkey to being a slightly fancier dancing monkey. Tyrion mentions about who he is doesn't really matter to anyone but RWBY, because of the whole, like, capturing her and bringing her to Salem thing. Though admittedly, Tyrion does mention how Jon interests him. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but I guess it's a thing. Does he know about him or his family? Does he know about his semblance? Does he know about how he became single and ready to mingle a few months back and wants to get some of that before RWBY gets it? Find out next time on...
What do you want?
Oh fuck, I forgot we were in the middle of something. Tyrion has his fun taking mock offense to RWBY's question before telling her of his whisking her away plan, only to have everybody come together in friendship to protect their lead. Good. Huh? Oh sweet mother of God, too. Tyrion, don't kill him. I'm still not over Perry yet.
Jon!
Okay, we're good. I'm not overreacting, you're overreacting. Shut up! After that totally radical save, brah, Tyrion does some sweet spins and makes a break for Nora, who RWBY proceeds to shoot directly in the fucking chest. After taking the shot like a goddamn champion, Nora bolts towards Tyrion with the intention of smacking that beautiful laughter right out of his... Oh, damn, Nora. No, he was my favorite villain. You better not have killed him. though I will accept him being smashed in the floor like a Wile E. Coyote cartoon.
Surprise!
Or Tyrion can just pull a tail out of his ass and continue to beat the shit out of everyone. Yes, as you might have noticed, Tyrion is a scorpion faunus, complete with the most assuredly deadly toxin and everything. This whole thing makes his weapons even cooler considering they're extremely reminiscent of Scorpion's pincers. With this revelation and a few quick kicks to the tits, Tyrion throws his coat to the side, putting it back in the outfit we saw him in the first episode. My boy, it looks fabulous. That xenomorph cosplay on point. RWBY, after learning of Tyrion's faunus-anity, immediately begins trying to find out more about him, drawing the conclusion that if he's a faunus, it's not completely out of the question that he would be with the White Fang and Roman. Never forget. Also, P.S., why the fuck is my ice cream? I need her in my life. Tyrion responds, declaring them pawns. Damn, do they like the whole chess analogy in the show. Before referring to Salem as his goddess. I mean, he doesn't actually say Salem, but we know who he's talking about. You know who doesn't know who he's talking about? RWBY. Because if she did, she probably wouldn't have said
Cinder.
And pissed Tyrion all the way off.
Only in her wildest dreams.
It's also here I'd like to draw your attention to Tyrion's music. It plays pretty much through the entire fight and during his speech, and it is fucking amazing. Very reminiscent of carnival music, which is fitting for someone so off as rocker. I love it. Oh shit, Crow, my son, you better get in there. Shit has gone all but the very downest of downs. Oh damn, run, motherfucker! Oh, thank you, Mary, mother of fuck. I was almost worried there for a second. Oh, don't scare me like that, bruh. Okay, so now we... Wait, what? Oh, so we're just gonna go ahead and end it there? Oh, yeah, no, that seems reasonable. By all means, how else could we possibly... Everyone else in the entire country. Damn, that's a big house. Think of how many Corys you could fit in there.
In the house?
Yeah, in the house.
Cory?
In the house.
In the house?
Cory.
Cory?
In the house.
In the house?
Yeah.
One?
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 One.
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 3.